Hi, I would like to welcome everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their evening to spend with us and to learn a little bit more about Plexus. And I know everybody's taking this time away from their family and whatever they would like to be doing and relaxing in the evening. So we are going to keep this short and sweet tonight. We're going to give you some great information, and we'll go from there. I would like to start with our disclaimer first. This opportunity is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors, and it is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. All right, now that we've got that, the legal part out of the way. So first of all, what is Plexus? A major misconception is that we are a diet company, so I'd like to start out by saying we are not a diet company. We are absolutely a health and wellness company. We have a line of 15 absolutely amazing products. Those flagship products being our line of all natural health supplements that are making people feel better. And people absolutely love it, and who doesn't want to feel better these days, right? So the first thing that I would like to do, I would like to hear a quick testimony from Becky H. She's going to share a little bit about what Plexus has done for her and her family.
Hey y'all, just keeping it short is the hardest part because Plexus has done so much for my family. But just me personally, I was gluten intolerant for 9.5 years after I had my second baby, my first daughter. And it was like a painful gluten intolerance. I couldn't be anywhere near it. And about 2.5 weeks after being on ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, I was able to eat a bowl of pasta and a piece of bread for the first time in 9.5 years. And ever since then, I've been able to eat whatever I want. I had a chimichanga for dinner tonight. It was pretty great. And my daughters were also gluten intolerant, and they're able to eat whatever they like. They enjoyed their chimmies too. And they were also had a lot of allergies. They had seasonal allergies. They had animal allergies. They had eczema. They had a lot of issues when it came to allergies. And it's spring in Texas. You can see how green it is out here. And they're out there enjoying the yard right now, chasing the dogs that we couldn't have had before Plexus, and just enjoying the spring weather without a single sniffle, without any runny noses, without any rashes, without any issues like that. And they also take the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse every day.
That is fantastic. I love hearing stories like that. That is one of the hard things when we give our Plexus testimony is how do we keep it short? Because for so many of us, Plexus has done so much for our health and for our family's health that it can be very difficult to keep it short and sweet. So Becky was just talking there about the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. Those are two products that that's two of the three products that make up our triplex. And our triplex, that's what all the amazing testimonies come from. And so I'd like to start out by telling you a little bit about those three products. The first one being our flagship product, that is the Plexus Slim. That's the pink drink that it's just a drink stick. You mix it up in a bottle of water and drink it every morning. And it's our little miracle worker. It helps to balance your blood sugar, maintain healthy cholesterol levels, healthy lipid levels, and to help keep your blood pressure at a good rate. It actually even helps to balance hormones, and it will curb your appetite. It will kind of curb your sweet cravings and other cravings as well. A lot of people do have issues with different kinds of things, not just sweets. Sometimes people who are, on cigarettes, or like I've had people tell me that they're not craving their nightly glass of wine anymore, and that is something that they had never really considered as a craving, but getting on the Plexus, it has kind of opened their eyes to that, and they've seen that that's something that's helped them get off of that. So it definitely helps to balance a lot of those cravings, and it burns fat, not muscle. So the weight loss, it's real true fat loss. It helps to balance out your body fat. Now you hear me saying the word balance a lot. It's called Plexus Slim, but I wish it was called Plexus Balance, because it is definitely not just for weight loss. It is a great weight loss tool, but it's more of a balancing tool. It helps to balance your system out. And I've even known of people who needed to put on body fat because they were far too low. They can't put on weight. And the Plexus Slim has actually helped them to put on body fat, which for most of us, that's not an issue. But there are people out there who definitely do need to put on some body fat, and it can help with that as well. So that's why I like to say it's far more about balance than it is about slim. But that's the pink drink. That's our flagship product there. That's the first part of the triplex. The other two are the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. Our our ProBio 5, that's my favorite product. It is it's not just your standard probiotic. It is the best probiotic on the market. And a lot of people like to talk about numbers of cultures, numbers of strains. I'll be honest with you, I'm not real familiar with all of that. I don't have a lot of information as far as cultures and strains and what all that means. But what I do know is that it's the only probiotic on the market that has natural antifungals in it. That is one of the reasons why it gets such great results. Most of us have an imbalance in our gut of the bad stuff. You have a fungal overgrowth. We have candida. You guys can Google that and learn a little bit more about that if you're not familiar. But the natural antifungals that are in Plexus, or that are in the ProBio 5, actually help to kill off all of that bad stuff that kind of holds our gut hostage and in turn holds our immune system hostage. So that's one of the reasons that the ProBio 5 is so amazing. And it is truly essential for good gut health. And of course, we're all learning more and more these days about gut health. And I mean, just now when you turn on the TV, every commercial break, it seems like when I'm watching TV in the evenings, it's always talking about probiotics and all the different probiotics out there and the yogurts and things like that. I can tell you there are a lot of probiotics on the market. You can spend a little bit of money and you can spend a ton of money. The Plexus probiotic is not only the best on the market, it is priced right. It is not an expensive one, yet it works far better than those really expensive ones out there. I've had a lot of people who are self-described as probiotic snobs that have thought, oh, no, I really like the pink drink, but I'm not giving up my probiotic. But it's funny because I will talk to them. I will get them to commit to give me 60 days on our probiotic and on our ProBio 5. And if they don't see any difference, I'll buy them a jar of their probiotic. And I've yet to have anybody ask me to buy them a jar because if you go on the ProBio 5, you will see the difference. Most people who are on probiotics, they don't really notice a difference, but they take them because they feel like they should be. And but when they get on the ProBio 5, most of the time they will notice a difference. Then the third product in the triplex is our BioCleanse. It's not a cleanse in that sense. A lot of people, are like, "Whoa, I don't need a 7-day cleanse." It's nothing like that. It is. It works hand in hand with the ProBio 5. It is a natural daily detoxing of the body. It will help to regulate you as well, whether you think you need that or not. It does go hand in hand with the ProBio 5, and it helps to flush out all that dead matter, the fungal overgrowth and everything. But it does so much more than that. It detoxifies our body at the cellular level. So all the foods that we're taking in and the toxins that we're breathing in, it helps to flush out all that bad stuff out of your system. Plus, it also oxygenates your body at the cellular level, which is absolutely amazing for energy and stamina. And when you combine those three products in our triplex, these are absolutely amazing for health in general. And we have another person who's going to share, our second Becky W. If you will unmute yourself, we would all love to hear from you.
Hi, guys. Thanks. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So thanks for letting me share. Me and my girls, we all take the Plexus products. For us, I would piggyback along with the other Becky H there that when it comes to allergies, we had the seasonal doctor visits. The first year comes by quickly and you kind of go, we didn't go to the doctor. Second year is when no doctor visits came, and I knew we had something for us. As for digestive health, me and my youngest both battled with that. My youngest for sure way worse than I was ever. We were at the doctor with her for that. For me, it was just kind of the occasional, you know, are you going every 3 to 4 days? Oh, but that's normal, right? No, that wasn't normal. So I soon quickly found that out, that I was now going on a regular basis. So that is huge. No more of the bloating that comes along with that. And again, for my youngest, that's huge for her. No more doctor visits. She actually just takes a Plexus Slim, and that's her daily drink. And she stays fully regular. We have not had any issues with her for over 2 years. So that's way huge because it was really, really bad for her. Then we have my oldest, who, between me and my oldest, we also struggle with different skin issues. Hers was severe acne. Today, her skin is gorgeous. So she is on the triplex. So that's the Slim and the Probio 5, just like you shared, and the BioCleanse. So she gets tons of compliments about her skin now, and it's such a self-esteem booster that is just a great blessing for her. For me, my skin issues, eczema. That is fully under control now. So we also have the body cream we use as well on top of, you know, our skin. So those products. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I know. There's so many to cover. You just get so excited. The last thing I'll share is I have chronic joint pain going on almost 30 years of osteoarthritis in my knees and now my hip. So I cannot live without the Plexus Ease, or I would not be sleeping at night. So I pretty much take almost all the Plexus products. I take the Mega X, I take X Factor. So I'm just very, very thankful for all that Plexus has done for us.
Oh, that is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Becky. All right. Well, she kind of touched there on some of the other products, and I do want to tell you a little bit more. She mentioned the X Factor there. The X Factor is when you pair it with our triplex, we have lovingly dubbed that the Fab Four, and there's a good reason. When you lay the foundation for a healthy gut with the triplex and for a balancing of your blood sugars, also with the triplex, the way to complete that is definitely with an amazing multivitamin. Because if we're not getting our nutrients and our vitamins every day, then our health can only go so far. So our X Factor is a turbocharged multivitamin with aloe. Our vitamins have only the highest quality and the highest potency of each individual vitamin that is in it. And I don't know if you know much about aloe, but when you pair it with the aloe, it actually helps your body to be able to absorb those nutrients, because you can take in a ton of nutrients and a ton of vitamins and not be able to absorb them properly. But when it's paired with aloe, you can actually absorb the vitamins at a rate up to 300 times greater than without the aloe. And aloe is also very good for inflammation, like in your intestines. A lot of people who have stomach issues drink aloe, and I don't know if you've ever tried it. It is disgusting. I've tried it. I can't drink aloe, but I can take my X Factor tablets every day, and it gives me all the amazing benefits of if I was holding my nose and drinking my aloe. So I don't have to do that anymore. But when you put those four together, talk about an amazing foundation for incredible health. That's why we get these amazing testimonies. That's why people who start with Plexus and they stick with it, and they're still with it 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later. I get people asking me, so do you still take your Plexus? I'm like, yeah, until I die. You're not going to catch me going off these products. They've done too much for my health and for other people that it's definitely a priority in my life. Some of the other products we have are our Ease Combo that Becky touched on a while ago. That is all natural pain and inflammation relief. And a lot of times people don't think that they have any issues. They don't have chronic pain. They don't really have inflammation until you get on the products, and then you see, wow, okay, I did have inflammation, or my knees don't pop anymore when I squat down. That was a big deal for me. That really surprised me because I didn't even think that I needed these products. But these products work from the inside out. We have our capsule that works on the inside to help reduce inflammation and pain naturally, and it's non-NSAID, so there's no liver damage. And then we have our Ease Cream, which works on the outside. So, your elbow's hurt and you rub it on your elbow feels better. But there's no steroids in it. There's none of the harmful chemicals. It is 100% all natural. And I've got another testimony for you here. I'd like to hear from Laura. She's going to tell us a little bit about her experience, her and her husband, I do believe. You want to unmute yourself and tell us about your experience, Laura?
Okay. Yeah, we love Plexus too. We're taking pretty much all of it, and it's all been great. I could give you a testimony on every single product, but as far as the Ease caps and the lotion, I had terrible pain in my hands, and I couldn't really make a fist without a really bad trigger going off inside my hand. It hurt so stinking bad. I got to where I didn't try to make a fist, and I didn't know if I would be able to change a diaper on my grandchild. Or I also have a farm, ranch, homestead thing, and I like to milk the cow. Well, I couldn't milk anymore, and that was really huge because my kids are allergic to store-bought milk, and so are most of my grandkids. But they can drink the fresh milk. So anyway, we started on the Ease and the lotion, and I was amazed. It was no time at all till I was back to milking and taking care of the grandkids, which I have 2 here tonight. Then my husband was complaining about his back and neck hurting so bad. He was telling me, I'm just going to have to go off on disability at work, and I think I'm looking at surgery, and I think this, and I think that. And I said, well, before you go crazy, will you try some of this Ease? And I taught him how much to take and for how long and all that. So he started doing that, and it was doing really, really good. And then he wasn't hurting anymore after a few days. He was just amazed. So he was a believer. But then after it got better, he quit taking it, and he started working over his head because we're building our own house. And then it all came back, and it was hurting really bad. I said, well, have you been taking your Ease? And he said, no. And I said, well, I think you better take it. And I talked to somebody up high in Plexus, and they said it sounds like because he had some nerve damage going on too. So he also started taking the nerve, took those two together, and now he can work on the house without hurting. And he keeps taking it religiously because he doesn't like to hurt, and it was really bad pain. So I love the stuff, and yeah, we'll probably be on that for the rest of our lives. That's good stuff. Not to mention the rest of the stuff too. Oh, and his high cholesterol went down within 2 months. It had been high for 30 years, and we couldn't ever do anything because we were vegans at one time, and that's the only time it got down low, even close to normal. 2 months on that Mega X. It went from $295 down to $250 the first month and down to $200 by the second month. So he'll be on that forever too because nothing else we ever did worked. Doctors put him on diets, and I told him he already eats like that, but they wouldn't listen to us. So they were wanting to put him on weird medicines and stuff. So once again, I said, try this first. And he did. And now he was very happy. And he's had no allergies this year thanks to all the other stuff. And there's huge list of things we didn't even know we were sick, we were used to living with. And they're all gone thanks to all these products. I could go on that. They're amazing.
I know what you mean. It's it is definitely very easy to do. Okay, well, so from there, the Mega X that she mentioned, that's our omegas. And like a lot of times how people get those is from taking fish oil caplets. That's how you get your omegas. Our Mega X there's no fishy taste, no fishy burps, no fishy smell, because our omegas are actually derived from the ahi flower. So you don't get any of the fish issues. It is an amazing product. I didn't know anything about omegas. You actually get omegas 3, 6, and 9, which is standard. But our product also has omegas 5 and 7, which are the hardest to actually get. Your body does not make these. You must take these in through nutrient form. So that is the only way that you can get your omegas. And it is essential to not only heart health, but to brain health. Once I started learning about that, I thought, man, I want to be on this, because we have a family history with Alzheimer's and dementia. And I'm like, woo, I want to be up on my brain health so that I, can hopefully stave off these issues as much as possible. So that's our Mega X. We do have other products that you can learn about. Talk to the person who invited you to watch this event here today, and they can tell you about some of the other products. We do have some that are designed just to help boost weight loss, and several other products as well. So I would like to share a little bit about my personal testimony. I have actually been with Plexus going on 4 years. This summer will be 4 years. And I personally have lost 47 pounds. I went from a size 12 down to a 4. And then I went shopping this week, and apparently I'm a 2 at some stores, which I've never purchased a 2 before in my life. And my new shirts are all smalls. I was always definitely not a small and definitely not a 2. And I thought I was kind of big boned and I would always be a little bit bigger. It turns out my bones aren't quite as big as I always thought they were. But I've lost 47 pounds. My husband has lost 45 pounds. And I didn't know he even needed to lose weight. But he looks absolutely amazing. And we look back now at the pictures and we're like, wow, yeah, we both really did need to lose weight. But so Plexus is definitely not about weight loss. It is about total body health and wellness. The weight loss is an amazing side effect that a lot of people experience with Plexus. I will tell you, when I first started taking my products religiously, I think the first month or so they kind of sat on the shelf. Once I started taking my products every single day and being consistent with them, I immediately started feeling better. But I did not lose weight. The first 2 months I was on the products, I did not lose a single pound. But I was feeling better. I had a severe soda pop addiction. Coca-Cola was my drug of choice. And by my second month on Plexus, I gave up Coca-Cola, and that was a huge deal for me. I didn't, have a Coke a day. I had a giant Sonic Coke for breakfast. I had another one at lunch. I would have another one, like on my way home from work, and then some more when I got home. I mean, it was an intense addiction. So I was able to get off Coca-Cola and all soda pops, and that's not something that I deal with anymore. But like I was saying, when I first started just feeling better in general, I was feeling better mentally than I had ever had in my life. And I felt on top of things, and I didn't feel like I wanted to cry all the time or just like feeling so overwhelmed and severe anxiety. I wasn't experiencing that. And immediately, once I got to that point, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't care if I never lose a pound. I want to continue feeling this good. And it's kind of like Laura said, I've said it for years. I didn't know I was sick until I got healthy. I had no idea that I was sick. I just thought, you're in your 30s and you have to deal with things that everybody has to deal with. Well, it turns out not everybody has to deal with it if you're healthy. But over time, I was able to get off all medications. And I literally take nothing anymore except for my natural supplements. I even got off thyroid medicine. I was on levothyroxine. If anybody here knows about thyroid medicine, I had a very low thyroid, so the doctor put me on thyroid meds. I was on all kinds of medications. I was on medications to help me have energy because they said I had chronic fatigue. So I would fall asleep at my desk all the time. I had severe blood sugar issues. The doctor said I was pre-diabetic, and that if I didn't change my lifestyle and change my eating habits, that I was going to end up being a diabetic. That was very scary for me because that meant I had to give up Coca-Cola. I'm not kidding. That was the first thing that I thought when he told me that, and I thought, I'm just going to have to be diabetic because I can't give up Coke. I've tried it years and years. I've tried it and I never could. And so it was kind of scary for me. I thought I had no way out. I thought I was definitely just going to end up being a diabetic. But I didn't start Plexus for all these reasons, for all these health reasons. I started it because I wanted to lose weight. I found out how good I felt, and the weight loss came later. But over time, I got off everything, even depression meds, which I've been on since I was 13 or 14. I can't remember when they first put me on depression medication. And I'm 37 years old. My whole life, I was on these medicines. I could never go more than maybe 6 months to a maximum of a year before I would have to go back onto them, onto the depression meds, which adds to things like weight gain, and which then adds to things like depression. So it was a terrible, vicious cycle. I was on medicine for acid reflux. I was on allergy medications. I was on medicine for overactive bladder. And like I said, these were all things that I never expected to get off of. I never expected Plexus to help me with, but it did. And so it was my 3rd month of being on Plexus before I ever actually started losing any weight. And that became absolutely fantastic that I started losing the weight, even though I wasn't even at a point where I even cared anymore. I felt so good that I was just, I was happy where I was for once in my life. I thought, hey, I'll be a size 12. I'm happy now. I feel good now. I had never been happy in my own body before, not in my adult life. But anyways, that is kind of where I was on my health and where it's taken me. And I've been almost 4 years now. I haven't gained any of my weight back, and I've actually still lost a few pounds just over the last couple of months. And my husband, he's still lost weight. I think over the past 2 weeks, he's lost another 3 pounds. So it's just been a matter of balancing our blood sugars and our hormones, and getting a healthy gut again, which it can be achieved. We have the products to help you achieve it, but without the right supplements, it is nearly impossible to do on your own. But that's why we have so many amazing testimonies, because we deal with the things that plague us, which we don't even realize it. But that's blood sugar, that's detoxing your body, and having a healthy gut and a healthy gut flora, which leads to a healthy immune system. That's why you don't have to go to the doctor anymore, because our immune systems, once you get your gut health in check, that builds your immune system, and then you're able to fight off all those little bugs and things that come your way every year. So now that we've been over the products, I do want to go over how you oh, you know what? I forgot something. I wanted to tell you guys about another thing. It was out of order on my notes here. 2 other things that I didn't take medications for, but I suffered from, was PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And I wasn't IBS constipation or IBS diarrhea. I was both. I would go back and forth literally one day to the next. It could change overnight for me. And I am symptom free from both of those now. And my story with that is not unique. A lot of people have those same experiences with the symptom relief from things like IBS and PCOS and a whole slew of other things. So how do you get started with Plexus products? We have 3 ways to buy. You can buy as a retail customer. That is a one-time purchase, and that is the most expensive way to purchase the Plexus products. And you do get a 60-day money-back guarantee with that. The other option would be as a preferred customer. This gives you a discount on your products of about $5 to $10 per product. And it does set you up on a monthly automatic shipment, but there are no commitments, and you can cancel or change your order at any time. You are not roped into anything, and there is no minimum that you have to buy every month or anything like that. And that as well comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee for our customers. The smartest way to buy, in my opinion, financially, would be as a wholesale customer. That is where you get your deepest discount. It is $34.95 to have your membership, and that is will allow you to buy as a wholesale customer for an entire year. There are no minimums. There are no sales quotas. There's nothing like that. But you get to buy wholesale. It'd be like buying a membership to Sam's Club. They don't make you buy something every month, and our membership's way cheaper. And but it gives you a membership for a year so that you can buy at wholesale prices. Oh, and you even have the opportunity to make commission on your own orders, which is fantastic. So you can actually get commission every month on the products that you and your family are taking. So how to decide what's right for you. If you're going to be on our triplex, then I would definitely say to go ahead and start as a wholesale customer. It's going to cost you $34.95 to be signed up as a customer or as a wholesale customer for the entire year, and you get an opportunity to buy a welcome pack, which is the product at the cheapest possible price, and you if you know somebody and you're sitting here, you're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, so-and-so has this problem. Oh, my sister needs Plexus for this. Definitely sign up as a wholesale customer, because if your sister or whomever it is you're thinking of who Plexus could help would, take a chance on the products and try them out, and they'll get their 60-day money-back guarantee as well. Then they can order from you instead of you sending them to whoever you're ordering from. So that would give you an opportunity to make commissions there as well. What do you get for your $34.95? You get to buy wholesale for an entire year. You get the website like what I have, like whoever has invited you here has. We all have the exact same website. There's just a slight difference at the end for whoever's website that it is, and they all look the exact same. And you do not have to order any products for people. You don't have to have major shipments or anything like that. If anybody does want to order from you, they go straight to your website, they order from you, Plexus ships it straight to their door, and then Plexus will pay you commission for that. Now, for a lot of us, when we first signed up with Plexus, our goal was, to get our products at the cheapest possible price. So we signed up to get wholesale. Some of us wanted to try to get our products paid for our family, especially like if you have a family of 4 who's taking the products like I do, you may want to try to supplement so that, it can pay for itself. So, you get your website and you have the opportunity to share with people. And if you chose to sell Plexus, you can do it any way you choose to. There is nothing there are no requirements or anything like this. So if you decided to sign up for the $34.95 and never do anything with it, you don't ever have to do anything with it. If you decide that you love the products and you want to share that with other people, then you can, and you can do that any way you choose. You can share it just on an individual basis with a few people. You can use Facebook like a lot of us do, or other social media to kind of advertise that you are running your own Plexus business. And Plexus pays us very well as we grow our business. So like myself, I wanted to take the products, and my husband wanted to take the products. When we found out, okay, well, this is what it's going to cost, and we don't want to, be spending all that money every month on the 2 of us. So I thought, okay, then I will sign up, and I will see if I can, make enough to get it paid for. And the first month it paid for my husband and I both to be able to use the entire product line that we were using at the time. And I realized very quickly, because I started making well over what it was costing us in product, that I was on to something here and I could make money at it. And that's how a lot of us get started in this. You can supplement your income by $500-600 a month, or you can catch the vision and you can climb your way to the top, just like a lot of us are in the process of doing right now. My husband, he is actually a Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and I am a Senior Gold ambassador, hoping to be Ruby either this month or next month for sure. And you're probably thinking, what does that even mean? What's a Ruby ambassador? Well, we actually have an average income chart. So if you would like to see that and like to know what Ruby means, or any of our other ranks, or Diamond, which is what I'm working towards, and what my sponsor is, she's a Diamond level ambassador. If you want to know kind of what that means, talk to the person who invited you to watch the event tonight, and they can send you that chart to show you the average income by rank. It is very impressive, and that chart is very conservative. I can tell you that rank by rank, we have always averaged higher than what that average shows. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea there. If you do choose to work this as a business, there are no parties you're required to do. You're not required to do any kind of meetings. There's no sales quotas. You don't have to put in large orders for other people and have inventory. You only order what you want to take for yourself and your family. So therefore, you don't have to ship out. You don't have to collect money from people. And as a company, we are not sales driven. We are actually team driven. So you can order $10,000 worth of product, and it's not going to push you up in rank. Like with a lot of companies, you have to hit, say, $10,000 a month or whatever in order to move up in rank. The way that Plexus is set up is by building a team. So if you have other people, like my team members, we have several hundred now. So that pushes me up the rank, and it's not just people who want to sell Plexus. It's a lot of that is just people who are just doing it for the wholesale prices. So you definitely don't have to be a salesman to do this business. Anybody can do this. You can be an introvert. You can be an extrovert. You can be disabled. You can work this from home. You can work this from your phone. We have a lot of people from every walk of life who do amazing with Plexus. Some people are looking to make that car payment every month. That is so achievable. Other people are looking to make that life-changing income like my husband and I are working towards. And right now, my husband and I are actually in a position where we are working towards retiring him this year, and we are on track to do so. So it is definitely very exciting. It is very doable. We have life-changing products, and we have life-changing income opportunity. I'm checking my notes here to see what else it was. Okay, so once again, for $34.95, not only do you get your own website, you get your own business opportunity, you get your opportunity to live a better life, to live a healthier life, to become debt-free, to work on your own schedule in your own time from wherever you want to. I literally wake up in the mornings when I don't have to rush out of bed, and I pick up my phone, and half the time I'm working before I ever get out of bed, messaging with somebody who had questions, or I love waking up to emails that tells me I had a new ambassador sign up that night while I was sleeping. So I literally make money in my sleep, which has been absolutely an amazing financial blessing to myself and my family. But if you've seen or heard anything here tonight that makes you think, hey, you know, I would like to try these products either as a customer, or if you think you may want to do the business, get back with the person who invited you on here tonight, and they can walk you through that. If you were invited here by me, shoot me a message, and I would love to answer any questions that you have. And we work absolutely as a team, and not just our team. We have people with so many different teams of Plexus, and we all work together. We do trainings together. So you're definitely never on your own, and that is one of my favorite things about Plexus. When you get started, you can be on your own if you want to be, but you don't have to be. We have an amazing support system from people who are below me, people who are beside me, people who are above me, and even the CEO of our company. He is one of the most nice and approachable guys you can imagine, and he would do anything to help any of us. So Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And I hope we didn't take up too much of your time. And I hope that you learned some great information. And I am going to go ahead and stop recording now.